China building 3 massive ships in the middle of a desert.
No other country in the world has ever done something like this. Take a close look at these satellite images. At first glance, they look exactly like US Navy aircraft carriers. Now, an aircraft carrier isn't just a ship, it's a floating war machine, a moving airbase with runways, control towers, missile systems, and fighter jets, capable of destroying a nation within minutes. But carriers are designed to float on water, not sit in sand. Yet, just 4 months ago in March 2025, the US Naval Institute released leaked satellite images showing that China is constructing full-scale aircraft carrier replicas inside the Taklamakan Desert, China's largest desert, covering 350,000 square kilometers of barren sand and silence. In this harsh and lifeless environment, the Chinese military has not only built one carrier replica, but an entire mock naval fleet. These structures are replicas of US Navy warships. Analysts believe China wanted the world to see these strange constructions. In other images, you can even spot destroyer-like structures and what appears to be a complete naval port, very similar in design to India's deep naval base in Mauritius. This is alarming for India because the Taklamakan Desert lies just 200 to 250 kilometers from the line of actual control. India and China's tense rivalry is no secret, but the United States is equally concerned. According to the US Naval Institute, the replicas are modeled on America's most advanced warships. One of the structures matches the dimensions of the USS Gerald R. Ford, the US Navy's latest and most advanced carrier, measuring around 337 meters in length. Another structure is a near-perfect copy of the Arleigh Burke-class destroyer, with identical forward guns, vertical launch systems, and helipad. A third looks very similar to the USS Nimitz-class carrier, though at about half the original size, roughly 173 meters shorter. Now here's where the mystery deepens. Look closely at the satellite photos again. Next to one of the carrier replicas is a curved line on the sand, resembling a railway track. But this so-called track strangely begins inside a building and ends abruptly in the open desert. Why would China build a half-finished railway in the middle of nowhere? And why design it in a zigzag shape instead of straight? The puzzles don't end there. To understand China's motives, we need to look at the threats it perceives. Globally, China's two biggest pressure points are India and the South China Sea. In the South China Sea, China claims nearly the entire region under its self-drawn 9-dash line, ignoring international rulings from 2016 that declared its claims invalid. Despite this, China has built at least 27 artificial islands, many equipped with military bases, radar systems, and missile defenses, especially across the Spratly and Paracel Islands. Any foreign ships entering this imaginary border risk being confronted by Chinese forces. But the US Navy regularly challenges these claims. Its carrier groups conduct drills right at China's doorstep, often sailing near the disputed islands. In May 2025, the US and Philippines held joint war drills in the South China Sea. Just days ago, another US exercise took place in the region, directly opposite China. Washington has even asked allied nations if they would support America in a potential war against Beijing. This constant provocation infuriates China. So, is Beijing building these desert ship replicas as part of a strategy against the US? The answer appears to be yes, but not for the reason many first assumed. Satellite images revealed that the replicas are not functional warships at all. They are dummy targets built from missile testing. Specifically, China has been testing the DF-21D, one of the world's first anti-ship ballistic missiles designed to destroy moving aircraft carriers with precision strikes. To test such a weapon, China needed realistic targets but couldn't risk conducting trials at sea, where debris could be recovered by rival nations like the US or India. That's why they transformed the Taklamakan Desert into a simulated Indo-Pacific war zone. The ship models, flat metal outlines with vertical poles, are fitted with infrared and radar sensors that record missile impact points. By repeatedly striking these targets, China learns the vulnerabilities of US warships. Even the zigzag rail track is a test path to simulate the evasive maneuvers of a real carrier at sea. And this isn't just about the US. Another testing zone nearby contains land-based target replicas, dummy runways, radar installations, power grids, and fighter jet hangars. These are the very first targets any military strikes in war, crippling an enemy's air defenses, communications, and electricity supply before a counterattack is even possible. This site directly threatens India. In fact, China has already used similar strategies before. In 2006, leaked Google Earth images revealed a replica of India's Aksai Chin region inside China's Ningxia province, used to train soldiers for potential future conflicts. Over the years, China has surrounded India with military infrastructure, secret bases, airfields within minutes of Indian borders, all-weather highways, and even robotic combat units reportedly deployed in Ladakh. Some reports claim dozens of armed robotic soldiers, equipped with machine guns and tank-like wheels, are already stationed there. This means the ships in the desert are not just harmless dummies. They are part of a full-scale war rehearsal. China is preparing for conflicts on multiple fronts, using deception, training, and advanced missile technology to gain the upper hand. So the question is, while China rehearses future wars in the desert, how prepared is India? Yes, India is upgrading tunnels, air bases, and road networks, but compared to the massive scale of China's preparations, the gap is alarming. The truth is, China's threat is not a distant possibility. It is real, and it is unfolding right now.
So, the question is, while China rehearses future wars in the desert, how prepared is India? Yes, India is upgrading tunnels, air bases, and road networks. But compared to the massive scale of China's preparations, the gap is alarming. The truth is, China's threat is not a distant possibility. It is real, and it is unfolding right now. If you found this video informative, don't forget to hit like, share your thoughts in the comments, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel so you never miss an update on stories like this. And if you're curious about more mysteries and powerful events shaping our world, watch my other videos. 110 million-year-old dinosaur mummy found in incredible condition. Göbekli Tepe, the mysterious beginning of civilization. Apollo 13, the mission that almost failed. Trust me, you don't want to miss them.